Good afternoon, everybody. I have a really fun layout for you today. So I am hosting a challenge in Miranda Weber's Scrappy Life Facebook group. I'm hosting the sketch challenge. I just showed you the sketch that Miranda created that we're going to use today. And you saw me flip it right there on my iPad because my photos are portrait instead of landscape, and I thought it would be really fun to create a layout and play with the sketch a little bit. So when I have a sketch and I want to switch the orientation, I very simply put the photo on my iPad and then I rotate the photo. It's like the easiest thing ever. And if you are someone who needs that visual to be able to work with a sketch and customize it or flip it, that's a great way to do it. For products today, I'm going to be working with my How to Color Kit with Style. This is my May kit that I kind of kept in rotation for June as well. So it features Minte's Garage Collection. I've actually been able to do a couple of layouts using it during the month of June. I'm super excited about that. I am using an X-Acto knife to pull out these, they call them chipboard from Minte, but it's actually wood veneer. These, well, what I would call wood veneer anyway. What I'm working with now is really old stash. This actually is chipboard. So these are chipboard alphabets and from Basic Gray. They are quite old, and we're going to customize them a little bit for my title. So I have all the pieces here that I want to use. I just want to paint and play with these elements. So we're going to get a little bit messy today. I am going to start by painting the letters of my title. So this word finally is going to be the title for my page, and this page is going to document my oldest son Morgan when he got his driver's license. So Morgan was 21 when he got his driver's license, so a little bit older than most teens. The teens get them when they're in their, 16, 17, 18. Morgan was 21 when he passed his driver's test, and he'd had his permit for over a year. So finally is definitely a good title for this page. He worked really hard to be able to pass his driving test. And I actually just went back and double checked the date on this layout, and I was wrong. Morgan was 22 when he got his driver's license. He got his driver's license in November of 2022. So he hasn't even had his driver's license a year yet. I am painting all of these chipboard letters with some Minte chalk paint. The color of this chalk paint is navy. It's going to go on kind of, you can see here, it's a pretty kind of bright, almost dark looking paint, but when it dries back, and it dries quite a bit lighter than how it looks here on camera. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint all of those chipboard letters and the little, I don't know what those are called, little periods, I guess. And you can even start to see here as it dries, it kind of dries to this matte chalky finish. I have a couple of these paints, and I really do enjoy them. They're fabulous. Now we're going to do a little finger painting. So I have some white acrylic paint on my desk. This is just inexpensive Walmart acrylic paint, nothing fancy. And I'm just taking a little bit of the paint and kind of rubbing it lightly over all of my letters. You can still see the blue, but this is just going to give it kind of a distressed look. And the Garage collection is really, really dark, lots of deep dark colors. So whenever I work with it, I do try to add a bit of lightness with some pops of white. I've also taken those Minte chippy pieces that you can see there, the 2 cars and the word awesome, and I've gone ahead and painted those with the white acrylic paint as well. I love how these letters turn out. They have this like cool kind of denim look to them, and I don't think I could have achieved this without using my fingers, because by using my finger and running it over the letters, I really was able to get the blue still kind of showing through and more of a washed look. After I have painted all the letters and everything is dry, I'm going to come through now and we're going to work a little bit on our page. I'm going to do a little bit more mixed media on this page. I'm going to start with this background paper. This plaid background paper. This is going to be the base for my layout. And then, other than turning this sketch, I'm going to follow it very, very closely. If you are interested in participating and want to join a Facebook group that has monthly crops, I will leave a link to Miranda's Facebook group down below. She hosts a crop almost every month, and I think she's skipping July, but then she'll be back in August, and she'll have a crop for once a month for the rest of the year. There's always a really fun theme, lots and lots of challenges. She does some Zoom cropping with the participants. There's no charge. It's just a completely free event that she organizes, and I'm really happy that I can be a part of it and help support her. So I will be sure to link up her group link in the description box down below. You'll also be able to find any of the products I'm using today that are still available over at A Cherry on Top. I'll link those up as well. Or Brutus Monroe, because I'm pretty sure I used my favorite spray. I did use my favorite sprays here too. So anything available will be linked in the down in the description box. I am matting my photos on white, again, pulling in making sure to pull in some of the white that is in this collection so that my overall layout and finished product does not turn out too dark. I am very much someone who does not like layouts that are dark. I'm not a big fan of dark colors or bright colors. And if I do use them, I always make sure to mellow them out a little bit. Add a lot of whites or creams or pops of those colors to give it good contrast. So I'm getting an idea of where I want all of my elements on my page. When I turned the sketch, I did kind of move where that title was going to be. I still kept a title or a small cluster down in the bottom right, but I kind of moved the title up to right underneath my photos. Now I'm going to go through the die cuts that I have for this collection. I'm going to pick a couple that are a bit car themed, choose a few for my clusters, and then I'm going to take it all away because I want to add 2 areas of some kind of splatters, mixed media. One of them will be down in this right corner, and then I'm going to do 2 areas up on the top on either side of where my photos would be. For these areas of kind of messy splatter, I'm going to be using 2 of my favorite white spray inks from Brutus Monroe. So I'm going to be using the Chroma Mist Spray in white, and I'm going to be using my favorite Shimmer Mist in Pearl. This stuff is so awesome. I love it. So I'm just going to do some splatters very liberally in those sections of my layout. I let the sprays dry for a little bit, but they do dry quite quickly. So it wasn't something I had to set aside for hours or anything like that. I could just leave them go for maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I can come back and adhere my photos down. Now I'm just going to work my way around my page and adhere down some clusters of die cuts, and then put the chippy and chipboard elements on my page. I really, really like how these cars turned out with this bit of clustered die cuts behind them. And I think that this collection is absolutely perfect for things like this, driver's licenses and those types of achievements. I have one more page. I'm hoping I can get it done before the end of June, documenting when Morgan got his forklift license, his official kind of forklift license from his job. He actually got his forklift license before he got his driver's license. He also turned 21 before he got his driver's license. We kind of like to tease him about that a little bit, all in good fun, though. He laughs too. So I am using my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to hold down the Minte chippies. This I find to be the best to keep these heavier elements in place. Once I have this last little cluster done, we are finished. I think this layout turned out awesome. I think it's perfect for pictures of my oldest with his driver's license, and I'm so excited that I was able to share it with you and to be a part of Miranda's crop. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. Make sure to head over to her group and join and enjoy some fun. These crops are just for fun and they're awesome. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.